All right, guys, I figured it was time to make another beard trim video. This is something I would normally do around the first of a month, whenever I would decide to do it. But this is May 26th. We're getting ready to leave on a little kind of vacation to Michigan. We're driving up there. This is something we did 3 years ago, although we flew up there. We're driving my father-in-law up there and then staying for several days, then coming back. I figured, I don't know, this would be a good time to clean my beard up. I'm starting to look a little shaggy. It probably shows up more in real life than it does on camera. It doesn't help that I haven't shaved my head in a week, and I'm not going to here. I'll probably make that video right after I get done shutting this one off. I'm primarily going to make them two separate videos because a lot of guys who trim their beards don't have shaved heads. That's okay. You can watch both of them. I have done both together before, but it makes a long video. And I just want to make sure that you get the most use out of whatever it is you're watching. Okay, I don't know what I want to do with this today. Exactly. I kind of in a way I do. I want to keep it in the 10 to 15 millimeter range. Although it'd be kind of hard to do because my guards that I'm going to use on the clippers that I have today don't go up to 15. So it'll probably be closer to like 10 to 12 millimeter range. So it's going to go maybe a little bit shorter. I don't want to go much shorter because I really don't know what I want to do with the beard yet, but we're going to clean it up nonetheless. I'm going to show you a little trick I learned off of a barber on Instagram that is very helpful. I've never thought about this before. I think it's really cool. It's very practical. It helped me a lot, and it should you too. So what I'm going to use today is my Brio Beardscape 6, okay? And what makes this a little bit different than the other ones is that this has a built-in magnetic plate right here and comes with 4 different double-sided magnetic guards. Now they've had magnetic guards before, but it was a plate that you put on here once you took off the original. Okay, so it was interchangeable. This one is built in. Okay, I do believe you can just pop it right off like the other ones. But I'm sure you could use, if you have any of the old magnetic guards from the other Beardscape that you know, the other guards they had, they're still gonna work the same way. But anyway, we're gonna use the Brio Beardscape 6, and I like this a lot. It's pretty cool. One of the things that's different about this one is, first of all, the handle and the texture and everything is different than the other ones. Doesn't have as quite as an illustrious grip as the other ones do. I like the weight of this. Another thing is that the other ones had, I think, variable speeds. You could make it go higher or lower revolutions, but not this one. It's just one speed. Okay, you do still have your little display down here to tell you how much battery life you have left. You still have a locking mechanism for travel purposes. And you also have the adjustments that you can make here, anywhere from, you know, all the way closed here. Let me put my reading glasses on. All the way closed to opening it up a little bit right here by taking this down a notch. It goes all the way from, 1.3 to 1.9 millimeters. So you can almost get an additional 2 millimeters out of this, regardless of what guard you put on here. I always like to start off closed. I've started trimming my beard before, not having really checked where this is at, and realized I had it all the way open. It makes a little bit of a difference. Not a lot, but you know, you notice these things when you trim your beard a lot. Anyway, so all the way closed. And I think, you know, mostly what I'm concerned about is taking off the strays off the beard, you know, because my neckline looks pretty good. I've kept up with that. Anything that's bubbling out on the side here, I want to make sure that's kind of mowed down and even. If you let your beard go for more than a couple weeks at a time, it starts doing wacky things, unless you're wanting to grow it out really long, and then you just leave it alone anyway. But I think what I'm going to do is, you know, you always want to make sure that you have a clean beard to begin with. You know, wash it, condition it, let it dry, comb it out, and then Then what you do is you pull out your handy dandy, trusty beard bib. And this is something I say every beard trimming video, is make sure you have a beard bib that keeps your workstation clean. Okay, I'm gonna put a link for this down below. Absolutely essential. Couldn't talk, I something caught my throat. You know, another thing I wanted to try, and I'll put a link for this down below, even though I don't have one, is that they have these mirrors you can stick up now, these three-way mirrors, they open up. And you can put them on your mirror, I think with suction or something like that, where you can set them up on a stand so they're kind of mobile. But they're kind of cool. I almost got one, but I'm gonna put a link for it down below anyway. So this is what happens when you pull the beard bib out. It looks like this. You know, you got these little suction cups you stick against the, I gotta turn it the other way around, against the mirror. Apply it to the mirror to give myself enough room to work here. Okay. And then, oh, by the way, have you seen my shirt? This is one of my favorite shirts now. See, it says Capybara Cafe. I get asked about this everywhere I go. I took my wife there when we went to St. Augustine for our 27th anniversary. And she loved it. And Capybara Cafe is not someplace you go to eat capybaras. I'm not saying I wouldn't try it, but they are kind of swampy, exotic animals, I think. I made a video about that. I haven't uploaded it yet, but it will be, eventually. All right. Well, you know, I got this right here. So all the trimmings are just gonna fall right into here. No fuss, no muss. That's the way we roll. Okay, so I have this out. All I'm gonna do is I'm just, you know, I will say this about the guards. They go 1, 2 millimeters, 3, 4, 5, 6 millimeters, and then jump all the way from 9 to 12. I don't object to that, but I do wish they had them up to at least 15 and 18, even 25 millimeters would be nice. And the other thing, if Brio cares about my opinion at all, it'd be kind of cool if they came out with a trimmer that had the T-blade, right? Because it makes trimming your mustache so much easier, a lot easier. It's just nice. It's really nice for detailing, okay? So there you go. And my mustache, man, I can't wait to get that thing cleaned up. So I'm gonna start off with 12 millimeter because I don't really know where my beard is at. I don't know if it's 12 millimeter or longer or shorter. I have no idea. So I'm going to put the guard on. That's a strong magnet. See? I think I've only used this once. I don't know if I've used it at all, but I might be confusing it with my other one. But anyway, so here we go. Got this on. Make sure you double check to make sure you get the right side on because the other side is 9 millimeters. You might go shorter than you want. So I'm just gonna go with the grain. So you do hear some coming off. And 12 millimeter is a nice length beard if you want something on the somewhat shorter side. You know, I could have opened it up and made it closer to 14. Maybe I should have. Too late now, though. That's okay, because I know that 12 millimeter looks clean. Now, the decision to make here is, do I want to go any shorter? I wouldn't want to go shorter than 10 millimeters, I don't think. Not right now. But I can easily make my 9 millimeter into a 10 just by opening this up. And doing it that way. I don't have to have a guard that says 10 millimeters. So one thing's really nice about that. Yeah, I think I like this length. I think I'm gonna keep it at 12 millimeters. See, that was simple. I'm just going over it a couple times to make sure I'm doing as much as the guard allows for. That's good. Okay, now I am not, Like I said, I'm not going to shave my head, but I am going to touch up my cheek line and my neckline here. I'll do that in just a few minutes. I think what I'm going to do now is I took the guard off. I'm going to trim up the mustache. I like to bring it just above my lip just a little bit because it grows so fast that it doesn't hurt for me to pull it back a little further than most guys would like. So I'm just gonna trim it just a little bit. You know, if nothing else, I don't like how on a mustache, how some hairs poke out more than others. And it doesn't matter how much you trim it, especially as you get gray hairs. They're the most straight and most wiry ones you're gonna have, and they just do what they want. So, you know, I gotta constantly trim my beard. And no matter what length I want it, I still want the hairs even. So here we go. Like I said, T-blade would be nicer. No, I think I'm actually gonna put my reading glasses on for this. Okay, here we go. So I start at the center and work to the side. I have to make sure I have both sides even. One of the things I can't stand is when I think I'm done, I get in the car, I'm driving down the road, I look in the rear view mirror, and I realize that one side of my mustache is a little bit longer than the other one. It just drives me nuts. Okay, so one of the things I learned from George Bruno is the smile test. I think that's what he calls it. Anyway, what he does, he smiles, and then he carves out the lip line, the mustache line that way, and what it does is ensures that when you smile, your mustache line is correct. It's not, because sometimes that's when you see how bad someone's mustache line really is. So you smile and you do a straight across line. It's easier to do that after you've done what I've already done. That's when these strays really show up. And that's why he does it. But that's why I give him credit for it. Honestly, I think I look a little goofy when I'm doing it. It's just one little hair. Okay, I think that looks good. Now what I like to do is, got hair in my mouth now. What I like to do is get some of these hairs that are up here, and I'll get some of that with a detail blade on my razor. I'll show you in a minute, but I'm gonna hit a little bit of up here. Okay, I mean barely, but it's there. Now what I want to do is I want to check my neckline. And typically what you want to do is take your two fingers. I like to put mine a little above my Adam's apple, go with my neck stretched here, and then go in. It might be a little bit lower, but I'm just gonna make sure that that line is where I want it to be. I try to go straight across and then a little up as I get to the side. So you need to take these off of that. And I will use a razor on that. I'll make it look even cleaner, but yeah, that looks a lot better already. So here it is from the side, on the other side. All right. Now this, let me clean up the straight hairs first, and I'll show you a little trick that I learned. Okay, so I'm just gonna go back over this and check. I put my glasses back onto this. And I'm gonna take off any straight hair. straight hairs, but don't go crazy, because the straight hairs will never stop coming. I mean, realistically speaking, you just want to take off the ones that are definitely not going to go away no matter what you do with a brush or oil or butter or whatever. You just want to get those off. Okay, those are the ones that are pretty much making themselves very obvious. All right, so you want the plate to be like this, okay? As you go down, you don't want the teeth to go in. And you can a little bit, don't get me wrong. I mean, it's not, there's no hard and fast rule that you can't face the teeth in, but you gotta be so careful when you do that. You gotta be pretty experienced to do it. So anyway, I'm just gonna eyeball it. You gotta turn your head a little bit from side to side. You can't just do it, you know, full on frontal. You gotta turn your head a little bit to the side and this way and that, because if you just look straight on, you're gonna miss a lot, especially in this portion of the face. I don't think there's much else. Yeah, right here. I don't know if you probably can't hear it, but I can definitely hear it and see it coming off. And then what you want to do is, you know, take a comb or a brush, knock some of it off, because some of these hairs that may not necessarily fall into your bib, you're going to think, oh, I need to trim that away when it's already loose. And I think that looks pretty good. Check under here. This looks pretty good. I don't think I have to do much to it. So I didn't really take off a lot, although I feel like I have a good amount in my beard bib. But mustache is clean now. The one thing I want to do is this side of my mustache tends to curl in a little bit. I'm going to knock off that a little bit right down there. There you go. And now, you know, some guys like to knock this down a couple millimeters shorter than the rest of the beard. I don't, but because I like it to be pretty even. As long as I have the lip line right, it doesn't really matter. I mean, I think it looks good that way. But anyway, so the thing to do now is to show you guys a little trick I learned from watching a Puerto Rican barber. I say that because those guys seem to be the best at stuff like this, okay? He was showing how to do the sideburns. Because a lot of guys take these guards and they either they freehand or they take the guards and go down. He goes, stop doing that. I'm one of those people, you know. He said what you do is you take your beard trimmer and you turn it around. See how this plate is right now? And you lay it down against the skin like this and go down. I'd never thought of that. I never would have tried it if somebody would just have told me, but he demonstrated it and it worked. Watch. See. And this, by the way, is all the way closed, and that is a lot more flat right there instead of being bushy. And I'm not going to go down far. You don't go down very far. Watch this. Okay? Be careful of the angle. You don't want to go like this. You just want to lay that plate flat. Just like that. And dude, that has saved me so much time. I really like the way that looks. Perfect. I think it's perfect. Anyway, you can disagree or agree, but take that tip. I wish I could give credit to the guy who did it, but it's one of those videos that just kind of disappeared off my screen once I started scrolling, and I couldn't ever find it again. I didn't like it fast enough, you know? So there's that. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take the beard bib off. I'm just gonna leave it here in the sink. And I'm going to trim the cheek line. I'm gonna use my Harry's razor. I'm not gonna go crazy. You can use shea butter, shaving cream, whatever you want to. My face, my skin is very used to this, so I don't want to serve as a bad example, but I'm just gonna use water, okay? Because really a lot of this is already knocked down quite a bit. And I like my Harry's razor 5-blade with a detail razor across the top here. Many guys overlook that. I did for a long time. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to just go like this. Stick this right here, this end, next to my nose, this end comes down the way, so it kind of rests on top, near the top of my mustache. And then I'm gonna go up and kind of curve upwards. Do that once or twice. And then I'll take my hand over here as a guard, use my hand as a guard. Clean it up. I'm not gonna use product because it just gets too messy and it takes too long. And I just don't need it. Do the same thing, I'm gonna rinse that off. Do the same thing to the other side. So go here, and then go towards the top of the ear, right here. Curve it upwards as I go. Okay, now use my hand as a guard. What you can also do is take the detail blade. And I like to use that above the mustache, close to the nose. Okay. There you go. Just taking care of minor details. This looks so much cleaner. Okay, now my neck. I'm just gonna put some water on there. And the neckline's already cut, so you don't want to use a razor to establish your neckline. You just want to use a trimmer, knock it out as much as you can and go back. And that looks, let me rinse my neck off just a little bit. And I will go back and use shaving lotion after I get done shaving my head, which I'm making, like I said, I'm making that video right after this. Now I will say this. Let me make sure I have this guard here. Take a number 6 guard, 6mm, not number 6, 6mm guard. And those of you who watch my videos on a regular basis already know where I'm going with this. Hit the eyebrows with a 6mm guard. It's like this. Yeah, I should have had my beard bib out because a lot of that just went in the sink. And that really cleans it up. No more than that. Okay, now I'm gonna give you guys another piece of advice. Some of you would never do this on camera, and that's okay. But listen, guys, you really need to take care of the nose hairs. Seriously. Seriously. This is a well, I mean, I think I have a yeah, I do. I have a Brio nose. I have a Conair. This is really good. I really like this one a lot. And I have a Brio nose hair trimmer. This one, it has a battery in it. This one is rechargeable. So, a lot of them are good. Take that off. Take this and turn it on the bottom. I'll leave links for all these down below. Get those nose hairs. Yeah, I mean, listen, a lot of guys aren't going to stick something up their nose to demonstrate it on video, but I'm doing it here. And it matters. Listen, women do not want to see nose hairs popping out when they're talking to you, because it's like the hair's talking to you. It's like the hair's like You seen those Tide commercials? I think it's Tide. The little spot of mustard or ketchup spot in the shirt starts blabbing. That's what I feel like nose hairs do. You know, women are thinking that. So yeah, that cleans that up. Eyebrows are nice. Beard is trimmed. Now the last thing to do is put some beard oil. Put some beard oil in. It's always good to do that. Now this is Artiest Man's humidor. I don't smoke cigars. I thought about it a lot, but I don't. This is humidor. It smells really good. I can get you 20% off on Artiest Man products. I've been using them for a long time. They're just fantastic. Humidor smells great. It smells like, well, probably what you think it would. A little drop in my hand. I didn't show you that, but a little drop in your hand. Just a little, because this is not longer. Maybe 2-3 drops. Put it in there. Okay, and then take a comb, go back, then comb it out. And if you have some beard balm, like I do from Artiest Man, humidor, I normally don't put it in this soon. I'm doing this for the sake of the video. Take just a little bit, This kind of helps tamp things down. It's easily soluble in your hands. Keeps things nice and tight. Throw the rest of it in my skin. You know, the beard balm is just topical, so you don't have to rub it down into your skin. Just on top, so yeah, there you go. There you have it, guys. There is, I feel like my face looks wet right there. Well, it probably is a little bit. It's moisturized. There you go. That's what the 12 millimeter beard looks like. And I know, see, I thought I saw a little bit sticking out over here. There's a little part that's annoying me right here. Still doing that? No. I got it. All right, this is good to go. Nice short size beard. Main thing is it's just cleaned up, you know. I don't have to think about it the rest of the trip, you know. All right, so that's that. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below. Check the description for the links to these beard products, this beard trimmer, the nose hair trimmer, what else? Maybe even the reading glasses, I'll put it down there. So, like I said, if you have any questions, let me know. Maybe we'll make a video based on what you have to question me about. All right. Thanks for joining me. I hope you got something out of that. Catch you guys on the next one. Have a great day. Bye-bye.